Welcome, welcome, welcome to a new episode of the Being Podcast, a safe space I've created for us to come together and discuss and inspire, encourage each other, and tweak if we need to the ways in which we believe, engage, innovate, navigate, and gain in every area of our lives. I'm your host, Jada, and I am so excited as always to be here with you. If you are just joining us, welcome. If you are watching me on the YouTube channel, hey. And if I am just in your ear, I appreciate all of you being here each and every week for sharing with me your thoughts and also sharing the episodes with other people that you know it may bless them in some way or another. So I am not going to hold you long this week. I know I say that, but I get on here and I get excited. I get to talking, and before you know it, time just flies. But I really just wanted to hit on another piece of our mindset. We're in this block right now of what we think, how we think, what are we listening to, what are we watching, what are we reading, who are we around, because all of those things definitely impact the ways in which we think, and then the things we say, and then definitely the actions that we take or that we don't take, right? We are impacted in everything that we do because it starts with our thoughts and our mindset, the way we view things and see things. And this is really important to me because, as someone who has lived a lot of her life saying that, no, I'm just a realist, meaning that I was more pessimistic, I just believe that we need to change the way in which we view things. Because guess what? Yes, life is going to life, bad things are going to happen, challenges are going to come about, but it doesn't mean that we cannot change the course in the direction in which it goes, right? So that's what I really want to hit on. What happens when things are just not going the way that you want them to go? I've already kind of talked about this before, but I really just believe that it's so imperative. So many times, and I'm not talking about what I've seen, I'm talking about what I've lived through. There are so many times that I will be like, I'll watch something or I'll see somebody else. I get very encouraged, I get inspired, and I'm like, yes, if they can get after it, so can I. So I'll sit up here, I'll have a plan, I'll vet it through, my close circle of friends and family, kind of getting their buy-in, and then I'm like off to the races. I have my roadmap, I know what my milestones are, and I'm ready to go. And then I'll get started. And maybe the first couple of events or the first couple of milestones, I'm cooking with Crisco and things are great. And then I sit up here and life happens and it throws me off. Maybe I'm not completing something that I thought I would have completed, or maybe it's not turning out the way that I expected it to turn out. And so then I'm kind of at this crossroad of like, okay, did I really need to do this? Was this the purpose and the plan for me to come, are they aligning for me to do this? All of those negative thoughts come in, right? And the doubts and just the worry. And then instead of saying, yes, this is just a bump in the road, how can I get over it? How do I become resilient? How do I push through? And yes, sometimes praying until something happens, right? How am I pushing through to get to the other side? That's what in our minds makes sense, right? But in reality, it can be hard. And we sit up here and we're like, no, I'm believing all of the mind trash, right? I'm not good enough. This is not what I was supposed to do. Why am I thinking that this is going to work? Because I've tried something else before and it never, pans out. I never get to the other side. And so then we stop, or I stop, right? I'm stopping short of where I perceived I would be, where I thought I would be. And so, my thoughts to you in this episode is doing the hard work, overcoming your own limiting mind, thoughts and beliefs. And that can be in the form of maybe you get more training, maybe you find a different way to do it, maybe there's a support group of people that have done it, maybe you're getting a mentor or a coach to help you, maybe you say, okay, let me take a step back, what worked, what didn't work, and how can I just make a little deviation, a little tweak, and try it this way. But we're not giving up and we are not giving in. Instead, we are leaning in and we're going to keep going. That is the point. So, last season and a little bit, talking about what we're going to get into, I'm like, who are you? Like, what is it that you want? Who at your core, do you desire to be? What is your self identity? And a lot of times I think we get stopped there because we'll be like, oh, well, I know I'm purpose with these gifts and these talents to do this, but I have all of these other things, so I can't do that. And we'll stop right there. We'll stop with even like, yeah, I believe this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I see myself going, but we won't even try because we've already started believing all of the reasons why we shouldn't and why it won't work. So, let's start there. We're going to slow down a little bit. We are going to go slow this week to go fast because this is really important. Before we're really starting to get into, all of the other elements, we really need to stop and say, what is it that I am trying to get after? What is it that I desire, that I want, that I need? What are those things? And maybe it's a couple of things. Maybe it's one massive thing that, you want to start with. Maybe it's a small thing you want to start with, just so that you can get momentum once you're achieving it to keep going. So we're going to start there. Really sit and think. This is a time, especially for all of my amazing, incredible women out there who have lived life. And we've started doing the things, and we have the careers, and we have the families, we have all of that, and we've kind of lost who we are. This is the time for us to reclaim, maybe rediscover, or maybe you're discovering who you are, at your core, that self identity. And we have to start there. And through self love and self care and all of those things that are not selfish will help us to accomplish that. But first, it starts with knowing what that wish is, that dream, that goal, that need. What is that for you? So I will share with all of you mine. One of my main desires is to really truly align my purpose with my passions, and that is to pour into other incredible women, to have all of us to realize that we are purposed for something so much bigger than ourselves. So, what does that entail? That entails me sharing my story. That entails me making sure to connect people with those who can help them to achieve their goals. That means that I have to get out here and really push you all to do the hard work because we are capable of doing hard things. That means I have to be vulnerable to say, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is what I was trying to do this week. I was either successful or I learned something, right? And it takes me to show up consistently, to be disciplined, and to just be intentional with all of that, and being open and inviting you all in and showing up, not only for you, but for me. And that is my goal. So that is something that I am working on. And that is not only for you, it's not only for me, but it's for my babies who are watching me. It's for people that I don't even know around me who are watching me, to encourage them and to pour into them and to show them the next way and how to get there. So I know that that's my self identity. Like, I know that I am purposed to do that, to help other people, and especially women, busy women, whether you are a mama, whether you are a career woman, whatever it is that you're doing, because we should not lose sight of who we are because so many people are counting on us. So I am here to build that community and build that tribe of incredible women, because once we are built and we are, fortified, and we are cooking with Crisco and we're rocking and we're rolling, that's only going to continue to spread and to grow other people. And that is my true desire. But it starts with me being here and showing up and doing my work and making sure that I'm connecting all of us. And I love that I am able and have that capability to do that. But for you, what is that? What is at your core that makes you you, that you wake up and you're like, this is what I was made for and I have to get after? I want us to start there. So I'm not going to belabor this. I'm not going to hold you too long. Please comment, like send me a DM or send me an email, and let me know what that is for you. what that dream is for you, because then we are going to get after it. Okay? Dreams don't work unless you do. So it's time to do the work. So we're going to slow it down. We're going to go slow to go fast, and we're going to start building, because that's what we're going to do. We are building who we are, meant to be. All right, y'all. Take care. See you soon.